Hello. My album, Going Back to Taos, is out live everywhere. And I want to talk to you today about the title track. Now, Taos is a small city in northern New Mexico, but I had to take a little creative license and make it a two-syllable word. So, Going Back to Taos. And that's the title track to the album. And back in 1986, Uncle Sam sent me to South Georgia. It was supposed to be temporary, until it wasn't. So all these years later, I'm still here. So how does a fellow from South Georgia end up writing a song called Going Back to Taos and actually influencing the whole album? Well, before I was a Georgian, I was an Arizonian. And my wife also spent a lot of time out west. And so we both love the desert. And back in 24, one day my wife announced to me, I'm going to the desert. It didn't sound like a question, and my first question was, do I get to come too? So we loaded up a cooler and some bags, and we made a road trip. Spent a couple nights in Santa Fe and 3 nights in El Prado, overlooking Taos, an old skybox right there. And sitting out there in that deck, I wrote the title track. And so when we went to the studio, told my producer I want this to sound like the West. All the instruments that you hear, such as the drums and the guitars and the piano and the mandolin and the banjo. Those are all real instruments played by my producer, Jonathan Caldwell, and a good friend of mine, Chase Crawford. But of course, being able to play the piano, Jonathan can play the synthesizer, and it turns out French horns actually helped bring the sound of the West, so that was a bit of a surprise, but you'll hear some French horns on there. Now, I don't normally write autobiographical songs. This is one of those rare ones that is. Of course, it's not 100% true, but it's pretty accurate. But I really appreciate people giving it a listen so far, and I hope you will. I'd love to hear any questions that you might have or reactions. We all know these days that the more activity on any kind of post on any social media makes it travel farther. And so it's just the cheapest, most efficient way that I know of to promote. So I hope you'll give my album, Going Back to Taos, a chance. It's streaming everywhere. Not on YouTube just yet, but it's supposed to be real soon. If you listened, I sure appreciate it. Thank you.